Peace. This is a meat and potato sorcery production starring myself, the Water Alchemist, and today's topic for the occult family is warning. Warning meaning this: never work with someone if you want to do a dual ritual or a group ritual that is not as skilled in magic as you are, because there will be grave consequences for that, because either of you are either too presumptuous or the one can get cold feet and misdirect the energy and really turn a situation that could be potentially bad into remarkably bad. And we don't want that. And I want to give the following story. Now, I'm pretty sure those of you are familiar with Jack Parsons of NASA and also was a disciple of Aleister Crowley. The same Aleister Crowley from the Golden Dawn. Now, there was a ritual being done basically to incarnate the goddess Babylon, whose aspect really is the Mesopotamian goddess of love, sex, and war, Ishtar, into physical form. Basically, Rosemary's Baby. And this was done in California. Now, if Aleister Crowley, who was in communication with Jack Parsons, told him in so many words, "You two are idiots for doing this ritual." Now, this is the ultimate risk taker. Aleister Crowley, the beast. He's like, what are you clowns doing? But they proceeded to it. And this is the warning. Now, anyone who knows anything about the nefarious individual, L. Ron Hubbard, the man was a pathological liar, period, point blank, and a confidence man. He ended up stealing about $10,000 from Jack Parsons. Jack Parsons did a ritual, though, with a demon to bring him back and recoup some of that money. And he also ended up running away with his girlfriend as well. The problem with Parsons is that he didn't have any powers of discernment because he was bullied in high school. So, back to the subject at hand. They did the ritual, and it did succeed, but with consequences. They did open up a portal, or I should say Parsons did. Parsons opened up the portal. The only problem was he didn't do any protection, and he widened the portal. He just didn't open it. He widened it. He didn't know nothing about banishing, closing, nothing. So it did work, and the aspect of Ishtar ended up in the body of Marjorie Cameron, who was Jack Parsons, his last wife before he died in that horrific laboratory accident. But the problem is, and I issued a warning, you never work with anybody that doesn't know anything about magic. I've worked with some. I've worked with one of Tiamat's sons, and this was years ago. We did a ritual, but it was successful. He knew about banishing, closings. I knew about it, and then the energy was on the same level. Whereas with L. Ron Hubbard, like I said, man was a liar and a thief, and he didn't have any experience with magic until he got with Parsons. So it succeeded, but I want to say this also with the warning. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something. I've seen some rituals go wrong where people get to talking about this threefold law nonsense and, am I going to get blowback for this? Don't even work with people like that. Spirits despise cowardice. I ain't working with no cowards, period. If I do rituals, I've did some in the past, and I'm doing some now with the Order of the Red Dragon. But other than that, that's why I offer that warning. Don't just work with anybody. And even if you can do something, you have to know the pluses and the minuses when you're doing an advanced magical ritual. And that is what I want to say. So with that, that is your meat and potato sorcery for the day. I am the Water Alchemist. Be water, my friends. Peace.